Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to look at Coup, a game for 2 to 6 players for ages 13 and up, with the average play time being between 20 and 30 minutes. So what is Coup? Well, in this game, each player starts a round with 2 hidden identities. No one else knows who these identities are. They have an idea. I mean, there's only so many characters in this game, and there's only 3 cards of each character in the entire deck. But your ultimate goal in this game is to knock out everyone else and be the last one standing. Players will have a whole bunch of different abilities that they can use, or different actions that they can use on their turn to perform various actions. But here's the kicker. They can only legally perform the actions of the cards that they have in their hidden hand. If they are caught using character actions of a character that they don't have in their hand, if they're caught on that, they'll have to lose a card. Now, there's other ways that players can actually, lose cards. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the components and see how the game is played. Okay, so here's a very brief look at your components. You've got a bag of coins. Well, they're not real coins, they're plastic. You've got these reference cards, and trust me, you're going to want one, especially if you're new to the game. Because like I said, there are a ton of different actions or abilities that players can use in the game. And then finally, you've got a deck of cards. Basically, it's just character cards. Players will be dealt some of these to form their 2 secret identities. And there are going to be others in the deck that players can switch out as the game progresses. Okay, so here's a very brief look at game setup. Obviously, your table may look different than this because, well, I had to fit everything into one camera shot. I set the game up for 3 players. Each player will get 2 cards face down from the shuffled deck. Okay, and it's important that they're face down. No one else should know what the other players have. Each player will also receive 2 coin and a reference card. And again, the reference card is important because if you're new to the game, you're not going to remember all of these different abilities here. And some of these cards even counteract some of these abilities. So make sure that each player has a reference card. Alright, now like I said, there are a lot of different actions that players can take, so I'm going to opt to refer to this reference card here. Now, the very first 3 actions I like to call neutral actions because you can take them no matter what character you have. No one can call your bluff because, well, they don't require a specific character to play. If you take a look at the very first one here, it's the income action. You can take 1 coin. Very simple. The second neutral action is the foreign aid, where you can take 2 coins. However, that can be blocked by a duke. If someone claims to have a duke, they can say, hey, I'm going to block your action. I'm not going to let you take 2 coins from the bank. Now, this is the point where you can either let that go and accept the fact that you're not getting anything that turn, or you can call them on it and challenge them to show a duke from one of their 2 characters, whatever the case may be. And I'll explain how challenges work a little bit later. The third action is this coup action. You have to pay 7 coins, but you choose another character to lose 1 influence, or to lose 1 character card. So it's a non-blockable way to get rid of another person's character cards. So, as far as the 5 character actions are concerned, there are 5 cards in the game: Duke, Assassin, Ambassador, Captain, and Contessa. The Duke has the tax action. You can take 3 coins. Again, this also blocks foreign aid if someone tries to take foreign aid. If you have the Duke, or claim to have the Duke, or you can bluff, whatever, you can block foreign aid. But his action allows you to take 3 coins. So as a, let's say you had the Assassin and the Ambassador, you could still take the Duke action. You could say, I'm going to take 3 coins. If no one calls you on it, then you've got 3 coins. If someone calls you on it, well, you've got a problem. The Assassin has the Assassinate action. Pay 3 coins, choose a player to lose influence, or again, to lose a character card. Now, there are ways to block assassination. If you have Contessa, which is another character, this automatically blocks assassination. So if a person plays an assassin action against somebody by paying 3 coins, the other player that's being attacked can say, no, I have Contessa. Now, again, that assassin can challenge that player and say, I don't believe that you have Contessa. And then, again, that challenge will have to be resolved appropriately. Ambassador, as the exchange action, exchange cards with the court deck. This blocks the stealing action, which I'll get to. This is the captain. You have the steal action. The captain can take 2 coins from another player. This also blocks stealing. So this captain ability can take 2 coins from another player, but both the ambassador and the captain can block that particular action. Alright, so are you confused yet? Don't feel bad. I still get confused sometimes with this game because, again, there are a lot of different actions. So let's just go ahead and run through a few turns just to show you how some of these might play out. So this player here will go first. He'll take a look at his cards to see what he has. And again, the other players don't know. He has a Contessa card, which blocks assassination, and he has a Duke. Take 3 coins from treasury, blocks foreign aid. So he can safely block someone else from taking foreign aid, and if he is called on it, he can show this card, and the other player has to lose a card for losing the challenge. So this player here is going to opt to take 3 coins from the treasury via the Duke card. And let's just say that the other players believe that he has the Duke and is not going to challenge him, so that would end his turn, and this player would get to go. He's going to go ahead and look at these cards and see what he has. The captain can steal 2 cards from another player. This blocks stealing. And he has an ambassador. He can exchange cards with the court deck. The way that works, you take 2 cards from here, so that you have 4 cards, and then you take 2 that you don't want and shuffle them back in here. This player is going to play the captain, okay? And that allows him to steal 2 coins for another player. So he's going to target this guy here. Now this player, not having any way to block it, he needs an ambassador or a captain to block it. He doesn't have either card. But he's going to bluff. He's going to say, now this player already admitted that he has the Duke, or claims that he has the Duke. But the other players don't know what his other card may be. So he's going to say, well, I have a captain, and I'm going to block that action. Now this player can say, bullcucky, I don't believe you, or he can let it go and this action is null and void. This player wouldn't actually steal any coin. Now this player, he's going to be like, well, alright, I'll accept the fact that you have a captain, but that also means that you have a Duke. So this player is committed to the fact that he has a captain and a Duke. He has the Duke, but he doesn't have a captain. He actually has Contessa. And that's the beauty of this game. You have to keep track of your own lies, in addition to what other people claim they have. So yeah, it can get a little involved and a little confusing if there's a lot of lying going on. So this player is not going to challenge this block here. So we move on to this player over here. We've got an assassin, and we've got Contessa. The assassin is good at killing others, but we need 3 coin to do it. He doesn't have that, so he's going to go ahead and just take the safe action. Now this player knows that this player has the Duke. Okay, because he took 3 coins, or again, he claims he's the Duke. But let's just assume that this player thinks that this player has a Duke, because again, he took 3 coins. So he's not going to play foreign aid, because that can be blocked by a Duke. But he will take 1 coin, which is unblockable. That sets him up next turn to play the assassin against one of these other characters here. Okay, so now we're back to this player over here. And this player is committed to the captain and the Duke, because remember, this player claimed to have the captain in order to block this captain ability here. I know, I'm sorry if I'm confusing you, but yeah. That's the nature of this game. Duke, he's going to, again, take a Duke action and take 3 more coin. Okay. And let's just say that this player here said, you know what, I don't think you have the Duke. I mean, I let you go last turn, but I'm going to challenge you on it. So now this player has to prove that he has a Duke. So he reveals to the player that he has a Duke. And because of that, this player has to lose a card. This player lost the challenge. He called him on it. This player actually had the Duke. So what happens is this player shuffles this card back into the deck and draws a new card to replace that. This player ends up losing a card, and we're just going to put that face up like so that other players can see what that was. After that, I mean, this player now has 1 card for the remainder of this round. If he loses that, he's out of this particular round. So this player gets to take the 3 coin and won that challenge. Now this player gets to go. Based on the character he's left, he has the captain, so he can opt to try and steal 2 coin. He can do that. This player's not going to block him, I guess. And then this player gets to go. Again, this player has 2 cards. He's going to play the assassin to try and knock this player out. Okay, so he's going to pay 3 coin to the bank using the assassin. Now, this player here can challenge the fact that this player has an assassin, or he can just, well, or let it go. Or he can claim that he has a Contessa, which would block the assassination. But this player has already stolen from this character before, using the captain ability. And this player discarded an ambassador, so this character either lied about having a captain or is lying about the Contessa. And this player's going to have to try and figure out which that is. So it's knowing that he knows that he knows that she knows. You know, it's all over the place with this game. But I think you get the idea. And this will continue until one player is left standing, and the person left standing wins the game. Alright, and there you have it, a very brief look at Coup. It's important to note, like with my other videos, that I don't cover all of the rules found in the manual, but this should give you the general idea. As far as what we thought, we played this game, we had a good time with it. If you are the type of person that loves to bluff, likes to keep track of your lies, like if you like playing Sheriff of Nottingham, or Love Letter Batman, or just Love Letter in general because you've got a secret identity, and you're trying to keep it hidden from other players, but you're also trying to figure out who has what, then I think you'll like this game too. So, for those of you that like to bluff and like social interaction, this is the game for you. If you guys want to read my full review, you can at www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can keep up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.